don't want to win.
No. You have to listen. That's wrong. No, you can't say that. Every Gambian. No, you speak for yourself. Because I have no problem with you saying. Let's listen to him. That's why I said some Gambians. If he says some Gambian, I'm sitting next to him. No, listen now.
Allow him.
No,
He's a human rights activist. Allow him to analyze what he has observed.
You two should not prematurely disagree with him, but let's listen to what he has to say.
Okay. I didn't even finish my sentence. I was saying, I don't think any Gambian wish to have a government like that of Yahya Jammeh's government, where people are tortured, killed, and disappeared. No,
let's go ahead.
Human being who want to see that happening. In regards to the Meet the People store and the statement that the president made, I personally have a problem with the Meet the People store, section 222, subsection 5 or 15, if I can remember. Makes it a constitutional mandate, which I agree, right? And laws will not be seen to be non-existent. That's what the law says, but there is always a rationale behind the intent of the drafters regarding what that law should achieve in terms of implementation. To go to the people and understand what their conditions are, at the same time also to familiarize yourself with the effects of your government policy on the people. That was the intent of the legislature, which is a very good intent. Now, in the course of the implementation, that's where it got wrong, both in the Jammeh regime and then also in the NPP regime.
Okay.
I cannot talk about the Jawar regime.
Well, it's more or less the same when it comes to politics.
He was young.
Yeah.
I was even worse.
He wasn't born.
I was actually not born. Yeah.
So see what this is why you're gonna have problem, because you're gonna make
No, I am making comparison.
sometimes you have to do some research.
No.
Unfortunate that there was no enough newspapers or televisions or anything for you to have all the data to keep it yourself.
Okay, let's listen to go.
Please allow me to finish my statement. I said the Jammeh regime and the NPP regime, and Lamin said the Jawar. I said I did not witness it. I cannot talk about something that I did not witness, right? That will be speculating and saying things that do not actually happen or that are incorrect. So what I have, these are the evidences, right? And I personally did a paper on this Meet the People store, right? And I wrote a paper on it, right? And it's available on our website, GambiaParticipate.com. Just look at our publication, you will see a document on Meet the People store, where we document all the political statements that were made, especially in 2021 during the Meet the People store, right? So it became political in a sense. If you look at the timing of the Meet the People store in 2021, it happened 1 month before the opening of the official political campaign. Gave the incumbent an undeserved advantage over the oppositions, and it was state funded. If you look at the 2017 parliamentary election, it was the same thing. 2022, actually it gets through the campaign period of parliament as well. The Meet the People store was going, the President Barrow was advocating for or campaigning for his parliamentary candidates, right? While others were also having it, so that it overshadowed the other political parties. So this is the reason why we've been advocating for a campaign financing regulation, because you cannot use the Meet the People store and then be advocating for your candidate.
You will not use the Meet the People store, which is publicly funded, as a back way of financing the ruling party's campaign.
Pretty much, it's not what the intention of the drafters are in the Constitution, section 222. So if they spend the 2024 approved budget and the 2025 approved budget, we will have been spending, or we will have spent $241 million from 2020 to date, only on the Meet the People store. Now, 241 million 968,000.
Wow.
That is what we will have spent on the Meet the People store alone. Now you look at this figure and compare it to the results it has bring back, right? And what I have been saying, what I have been advocating, this is a way that we could metamorphose. In a way, we get our permanent secretaries, our budget drafters, to meet the people, right? Hear what their concerns are, draft it, use that draft, take it to cabinet. Now cabinet will look at all the inputs that the citizens through this Meet the People store, through the permanent secretaries, right? When they prioritize everything and put it in a report, they take it to the president. These are the concerns of the people of Kiang, Jara, and Mankamokunda, Badibu. These are their priorities, right? You from a constituency level, you go all the way down, all the way up to regional level. Right? Once you prepare that, now the government will look at what they have in their resource envelope. They cannot address all of those ambitious priorities or ambitious problems that have been brought before them. They look at what is available, use that resources that is available, address it in the subsequent budget. That will have been a strategic way of addressing people's concerns through this strategic Meet the People store.
That would be more realistic.
That would be more realistic than what we are seeing right now. Going out, clapping, dancing, chebujan being cooked and everything. I think it's to some degree, you know, it's not that effective as the citizens will want it to be. You understand? Yes, the communities will identify someone else who can talk on behalf of them and tell them. And I appreciate the fact that now government has realized that, and they're saying this must not be a political platform. They did that this year, and
this time is
yes, which is good, right? Before you go, tell the people that, like you have done, this is not a political platform. We are here to listen to what your issues are and how our policies have an impact on you in the agricultural sector, in the health sector, education sector, and then you name it. You understand? So I appreciate that they have done this year, right? And I pray and hope that in the subsequent years they will be doing that as far as this is the case. And in fact, if you look at the 2020 draft constitution and 2024 draft constitution, this idea of the Meet the People store was scrapped.
Yes, it was recommended to be scrapped. Yeah.
It is a way of us, you know, trying to avoid incumbency advantage. It's not only about President Barrow. President Barrow is here. Tomorrow he might not be here.
Use it. Yep. May use it. And
Barrow use it. Yeah. Anyone that comes in, right? I'm sure if Mr. Mbalo or President Barrow cease to be in the government in the near future, and they see Mr. Mbo now being in government doing the same as they used to do before, or in fact do it worse at another play that doing, or anybody else, I'm just using a hypothetical here, or anybody else, right, worse than they used to do it before. They say, oh, we were doing it this way, but not as bad as you were doing it, and we don't want this to happen. So for me, I think you know, there is a better way of addressing these issues. The president, at his will, through funds that have been allocated to him, can use that money and then go to the communities and then see what is happening there without the usual Meet the People store fashion.